Hey FG fam, let me talk to ya. Yeah, JC here today from Fittest Gamers, and today we are going to talk about Twisted Metal, the show. The season finale is approaching us as we have 3 episodes left. Now I do want to cue a little spoiler warning thing there, or spoiler warning. Right, we're going to do a spoiler warning there. We're going to talk about a couple spoilers and breakdowns here with the 3 episodes left. By the way, one of the episode's titles happens to be Mayhem, so maybe that's a cue at something coming in the near future. What are we going to talk about, right? The spoilers. We're going to talk about Vermin's fate, John Doe in quiet, Raven's smile, and Mayhem in Calypso's office. If we want to talk about Sweet Tooth, we could talk about Sweet Tooth as well, as I believe he's probably going to make it to the end, but not win. Nonetheless, what are the spoilers here? What do I want to talk to you all about? The biggest takeaway, we're going to go down in order as I mentioned it here. So the first one is Vermin's fate. Unfortunately, Vermin is a character that we might not see last to the very end. Why? Well, I've broken down several trailers that have been queued to us throughout the season. I mean, there's been about 2 to 3 different trailers. In one of the trailers, we notice here, I'll pop it up on the screen, Vermin's roach coach explodes, and you can tell it's the roach coach or her vehicle because the roach is flying through the air. It's exploded. It's done, right? The car is absolutely destroyed, and whatever this next challenge is going to be about. Now, something we noticed slightly after in the trailer, as John Doe is driving, he's smiling, having a good time, and boom, what appears to be a blonde head lands on his vehicle. Something with blonde hair, right? We don't know if it's a head or not. It could be a body. All I know, it's a blonde head. And if we talk about who is still in the race or still in the contest, the tournament, it's Vermin, it's Sweet Tooth, it's Mr. Grimm, it's Raven, it's John, it's Quiet, it's Mike and Stu, and and Axel, obviously, right? We don't want to leave off Axel. So this leads us to assume out of all these people, only one of them has blonde hair. And they really emphasized too in the last episode, she let her hair down loose, so it wasn't up, like she wasn't wearing the hat or whatever, and they were all in their outfits they were wearing from the promenade in the trailer, and you also see a glimpse of it when the episode ends. So, unfortunately, this is I guess a spoiler. Vermin will not win Twisted Metal, and she will not make it to the end. So her wish of all the insects ruling the world or whatever, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Which is funny because other racers have gone away with their wish. Frostbite wants to feel warm. She felt warm. Chucky Floop wanted to fly. He was flying. They wanted Preacher to have a good life, nothing to worry about. He's probably going to get that with Calypso. Anyways, the next step, what's going to happen to John and Quiet? Well, we are shown in the trailer they are escaping their vehicle and running. So this could lead us to assume maybe they're making it to the end of that challenge. I could pretty much tell you with the stardom that they have in Anthony Mackie and Beatrice. I forgot her last name, or Stephanie Beatrice. I don't know her name off the top of my head. They're gonna make it to the end. They need them. This series needs them both. They're carrying a lot of weight, along with Samoa Joe under Sweet Tooth and Will Arnett's voice. They're carrying a lot of weight to make this show last. So I do believe John Doe and Quiet are gonna make it. Raven has a weird smile as she's driving. Kind of weird to smile when your life is on the line in a race that's almost do or die, or a contest that's do or die. So the fact that she's smiling and she is Raven and she is, Calypso takes a little jabs at her, like, you're not even supposed to be here, or things of that nature, like, why are you here? I could assume, and he goes, it wasn't part of our deal, right? Things like that. I could assume Raven is going to make it to the end as well. So far everyone that's lost has had their wish granted in some form or way. So you don't know how Calypso is twisted with the wishes. Now the biggest thing to me here, right, which is a very small clip that we see in the trailer, is that we have Mayhem in Calypso's office. She's holding a gun at someone, and more than likely it's Calypso, even though we do know he has powers. He's a funny guy the way he works, so he's not just going to reveal it all. So Mayhem is holding a gun at someone, and one of Calypso's servants takes a knee down. We know, I could tell it's his office because you see his logo in the background. It's an office space. It's a legitimate office space. He's holding a gun. And one of the next episodes, I believe episode 10, is titled Mayhem. So unfortunately, I don't know if she's going to make it to the end. This might be the episode that dictates her fate. They're going to hit us in the soft spot because we all like Mayhem, I believe. Her wish is to be invincible, but what's the opposite of invincible? could she get the wish granted that whatever she does just works? She already has a car that drives by itself. So we could assume, and the spoiler is, she's going to make it past the next round. And somehow in episode 10, she's going to find her way in Calypso's office. That's pretty much all I have to the theories and the speculation to summarize it for you all. Vermin is gone. John, quiet. Raven, Mayhem, Sweet Tooth, even Mr. Grimm, and Axel make it to the next round. Some lead to assume that, now that Axel is being slowly revealed that Mayhem is the little girl he took care of, that he might do something sacrificial, help her out to win, or do something to benefit her. We don't know. What we do know is that episode 10, right before the season finale, I think it's 3 episodes dropping tomorrow. Episode 10 is titled Mayhem. So maybe that's a big thing. Those are the big spoilers and clues that I have from the trailers that I was just dissecting over and over, because as I was watching episodes, I'm like, okay, so the trailer, there are stuff that we've seen already and stuff that we haven't seen. And the biggest takeaway for me was they emphasized on a blonde head landing on John's roadkill. So that's what I have, so what we're going to speculate from this is Vermin gone? I believe so. What is Mayhem doing in Calypso's office? I want you all, what I want to do now, because I like this community, I would like for all of you to drop down below your theories, things that you have that you assume might happen. Maybe you have insight that I don't have, something you saw that I didn't notice. So please leave a like, comment, and sub if you are hyped for the season finale. I wanted to do episodes as the season progressed, but I just didn't know. Too many of the Twisted Metal community are very knowledgeable. I haven't seen anyone do a video on this yet, so that's why I was like, let me go ahead and do it. But it's a very hard community to compete with, because a lot of excellent people that they know the lore, they know the backstories, they know everything perfectly, and I'm just like a casual that I think the show is an absolute thing of beauty, and I happen to play the original Twisted Metal and the one from 2012, which I did enjoy, the one on the PS3, which I wanted to bring it back for content, but not sure if I will. So nonetheless, that's what I have for you all. What do you think's gonna happen? Can we assume this is gonna happen? That is my take. Nothing is set in concrete, but overall, that's what I have to say. So I hope this video was informative. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and sub. Remember that God is good. God is real. Miracles do happen, as I am a living proof of those miracles. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the good Lord above. Remember what Hulk Hogan used to say of say your prayers and eat your vitamins, brothers and sisters, and John Cena's mantra of never give up and great successes will come your way. Dusty Rhodes also used to say, get a dream, hold on to it, shoot for the thigh, baby. I promise you, you do those things, success will be imminent, success will happen. So, we're going to cue the static pretty soon, right? For the new viewers, that's something we do all the time. Remember, from my part of the world, good morning, good afternoon, good night, and good evening, Vietnam. Remember to brush your teeth, wash your hands, and clean your ass. And now the 3 words, if you know it, say it loud, say it proud with me. And remember, the word please does not count. So without further ado, please cue the static.